What is going on, guys? We are just waiting for Tim to hop on. Thanks for tuning in.
How's it going?
Tim, what's up, my man?
How's it going?
It's going great, dude. It's great to see you.
Good to see you, too. How's life?
Yeah, life is good. I'm in California. Things are great. But what's funny, this is actually my first time doing a collaboration on Instagram Live, so I appreciate you being the first person to do it with.
This is my first time. I'm like, our teams are like sending us instructions. I'm like, I don't understand how this works. I don't know this stuff.
Yeah, same. Where in the world are you?
I'm all over the place. I typically don't share my location in real time just because I have some crazy people who follow me, unfortunately. So
yeah, it happens. I have a spot in Miami. My girlfriend lives in California, but I travel full time. I was just in Europe for the last month visiting my family up in Washington. So also a digital nomad.
No, it's good to be able to go everywhere. Like, more people should do it. It's kind of crazy that, a lot of people don't really realize it yet. And I think it's kind of our duty to show, like, look, you can do this from anywhere. I'm very fortunate to be able to trade from anywhere. I'm just always looking for good Wi-Fi. I don't know about you. That's my main problem.
Good Wi-Fi is a must. And I'm the same way. I think it's my duty to empower people on how to create financial freedom, financial independence, so they can, do what they want, go where they want, and hang out with who they want. And so with 100%. Me, with my credit program, I have found, the more I can empower people with that education, the more businesses they can start, the more things they can invest into, ultimately creating more financial independence so they can, travel the world like us.
Why do you think most people don't do this? Why do you think most people are working a 9-to-5 job? I get so many DMs from people who are unhappy with their jobs, and they have the potential, they have the technology. What do you think is missing?
I think it's a lack of education and a lack of the will to take risk. A lot of people have these limiting beliefs from things that they grew up with. And I think if people can bust through those limiting beliefs to believe in themselves that they are destined for success and have the educational tools that they can then implement. And so I'm really big on education. I invest into a lot of coaches, mentors, and I'd be a mentor for other people. So if I can provide the education to people and, help them bust through those limiting beliefs, I think that's the first 2 steps.
No, 100%. Do you get into the stock market at all?
I do. Not as much as you, but a little bit here and there. More on the crypto side, though.
Whatever works. I'm trading crypto stocks. I just don't want to personally trade crypto because I get too little sleep as it is already. So, it's 24/7. I know some successful crypto traders, but they're like crackheads, and I don't want that. I'm already cracked out enough.
A lot of screen time. Are you invested much on DeFi?
No, I have imposters also who do this. So all my imposters do crypto, and I'm I kind of box out. Even if I thought Bitcoin was going to 1 million, because my imposters take whatever I say and they just run with it. And so I have to be careful. One time, I got in a fight with somebody who was I'm not talking with Tim Sykes, prove that it's you. And I'm you're talking with me. I made a video and I posted in my story, and then the imposters use that video, and I'm I can't win. So
there's a lot of imposters out there making all those fake pages, DMing people asking for money. It's tough.
There's so much more money in just being real and being honest. It's crazy to me. If you do invest, I actually tried to, turn some of my imposters. I was you don't have to scam people. Let me teach you, but they don't want to learn.
Yeah. You got to get out there and do it yourself. So, So, back to the education, what's been your biggest education platform to teach people and empower people on how to create this dream life?
I think you have to look at your strengths and weaknesses and find what you're best at. So for me, I'm pretty impatient. So I turn to day trading. I'm in and out of stocks in a few minutes or a few hours. I don't really do that well holding for months or weeks. I like holding over the weekend. I like buying stocks on a Friday, selling on a Monday, because then the stock market is closed over the weekend. So my impatient self, I'm not allowed to sell. But I recognize that I'm impatient, and I got to go with that.
Yeah, weekend profits, man. I love it. And I think, for people like us, we're focusing on our businesses, but we're also looking for those other opportunities where we can, make some quick cash and then use that cash to put back into our business, keep investing, and go from there. So, I know a lot of people that have come from my side that's listening on this call, they are entrepreneurs. They have the businesses that they run, but they're also looking for different opportunities that they can tap into, things that have low barrier to entry, relatively safe, and also, a way to learn from someone else who has done it, like yourself. You're really good in the stock market, the day trading, the weekend profits. And so I think when people see opportunities like that, it can be a no-brainer because, you know, they're trained and taught and get calls from, you know, people like yourself who are doing it and have great success with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at most millionaires, like they have 7 streams of income, and a lot of people don't realize like you need to try different stuff, even if you don't do that well in the beginning. You know, some of my top students, like this guy Jack Kellogg, who was a former valet, he's now over $8 million in trading profits, but he studied his butt off for 2 years, okay, while he was like parking cars during the day, and he's like studying my video lessons, and now, you know, he's succeeded because of the hot market and because of his preparation. But there's so many different ways to making money, and people are just afraid to like try it. And this is why like I'm proud to teach, you know, from 20 plus years of experience. So I try to help whoever I can. I don't know, you know, everything, and it's not an exact science, but for me it's just sharing what I've learned because I never had a teacher. So I'm trying to be kind of like the mentor to other people that I've never had.
Exactly. Yeah. You are that teacher. So let's dive into, you know, more like the weekend profit stuff. You know, what is that kind of, you know, educate that, you know, the listeners on what exactly that looks like? How can people get involved? And, you know, what's the upside?
Yeah, so you know, this is a new thing that I'm doing just because I know a lot of people are busy. Like your followers are very busy in life. They might have businesses, and I found that over 20 plus years, you know, like there is this pattern where if you buy a stock on a Friday, it has the right setup, it has the right catalyst. It often pops on Monday, so it's not very time consuming, and I think that, you know, it can be very useful for even busy people. So this is something that we're launching literally in a few hours. It's going to be pretty cool.
Awesome, man. Well, we're really excited to push it out to the credit stacking family. You know, people in my program are hungry for success in business, always trying to invest their money, get their money multiplying for them. So any opportunities like this, you know, everyone's all over it. So we're really excited about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it's not like long-term investing. It's not like good companies, bad companies. It's looking for specific news catalysts and being there while there's this kind of like weekend anomaly, because news can travel over the weekend while the stock market is closed. And then you get like a little bump up in price. And this is something, you know, that I've been doing ever since my first $100,000 trade, college freshman, blew my mind, where I bought a stock on a Friday, sold it on a Monday. I took my whole dorm out to dinner. So I just want to kind of pass this down to people.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And what I really love about this opportunity, it's a very low barrier to entry, right? You can just, you know, pick low expensive stocks, and it's really easy to get into, where a lot of these investments these days are 20K minimum, 50K minimum, 100K. But for something like this, it's very easy for people to tiptoe in, check it out, and if it's working, you know, massively scale after that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna like be like this game changer, like, oh, you're gonna make billions off of it. But when you have this kind of like inefficiency, you know, it's a good learning place, where, you know, even if you're not trading, even if you're trading with small amounts, it's good to see where there's these opportunities in the stock market. And this is what I teach, where frankly most people think that it's all about finding big winners, like finding the next Apple. And that's just low odds, you know, and you need a lot of money to have Apple or Amazon in your portfolio. I like the lower price stocks. I like the shorter time periods.
Yeah, I feel you. So walk me through the process on how you're finding these stocks, how you're making these picks. Like, what are you looking for exactly?
Yeah, so, you know, on Thursdays or Fridays, I mean, starting tomorrow, really, I start looking. Every single weekend, a lot of companies push these press releases or these news pieces out towards the end of the week. A lot of people don't see it. And so for me, I'm looking for kind of like something that has value, something that has legs over the weekend, because thank God for social media and all these Discord chat rooms and Reddit. You know, there's just nonstop content. So it's like, what will kind of inspire people to talk and gossip over the weekend, because that usually leads to higher stock prices on Monday. It doesn't, you know, work every time, but more times than not. And that's how, frankly, I built my account. That's how, you know, I now have nearly 24 millionaire students. That's how they built their account. So it's finding something where, you know, there might be something there where if you buy it on a Friday or a Thursday even, the news travels, and because the market is closed, that creates kind of like this powder keg of buying pressure right at the open on Monday. And then, you know, for me, I love selling into that because I'm prepared versus most people, they're not. Like I say, trade like a sniper. So I'm always focused on, you know, being meticulous. Whereas most people in the stock market, most traders, they hear about it on a Saturday or Sunday, and then they put their buy order in on Monday, not realizing that some of us are better prepared.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I love it, Tim. So when did you come up with this process, the buy Friday, sell Monday?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this has been 20 plus years in the making. So I've been doing it. But tonight we have a special event where I'm going to explain it in detail, really, for the first time. So I'm excited about that. And for me, I just, if you look in my stories, I'll post a link. I'm just excited to get this out there because I've been refining it now for 2 decades and it's worked very well. And now, we've come to a point in time with my team where we specifically can like carve out this specific time period. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm happy, man. And really within my program, my first step is to empower people with getting access to money. That's the first step, I think, is access to money. And then also having the relationships and the know-how on how to deploy that capital. So what I'm really excited about this collaboration together is, I've already helped so many people in my network get access to the money, right? But then the next step is how do they effectively use that money to allocate to then multiply? So, opportunities like this really get me fired up because it helps people get closer to financial independence. And I think, once you have that, go where you want, do what you want, and hang out with who you want. So that's
And
the big goal here.
geographical independence, like obviously it's been tough to travel, but I can already tell you and I are travel addicts, and it's been a tough few years for me. And now it's all about just trying to get out as much as I can because I missed it. Like I did 32 countries back in 2019, and then I think I might have done like one or two in 2020. Now 2021, I'm up to like 12 or something. I love
Wow.
to go out, and I donate all my trading profits to charity. So for me, it's going to these places, but not just going as a tourist, but working with local charities, meeting with communities, seeing how best we can help. Because the world is kind of a messed up place in a lot of places right now.
Yeah, for sure. So Tim, you've been to a lot of places, a lot of countries. How many countries, by the way?
I'm at 132 right now, or
One.
133 actually. Sorry,
That's
just
amazing.
just
So,
went to Croatia for the first time this summer. I'm
oh,
running
nice.
out of countries. We need new ones.
I was going to ask you what's kind of next on the horizons. What are the next one, two, or three countries to go to?
I mean, I keep going to Greece and Italy. I just love them. I love Japan, but it's kind of tough right now. I don't know. I mean, right now we're working with a bunch of different charities now in different countries like Iraq, Syria, Lebanon. Not the easiest places to go to right now, but 2022, I think that's our year. And I like going to these places again, like trying to help the locals and trying to meet with people and learn about different cultures and stuff like that. What are your favorite countries?
I was just in Greece. I really love Greece. I spent a lot of time in Mexico, like Cabo San Lucas. Love Mexico. A couple of the countries I want to go to is the Maldives and Seychelles. I think the Maldives is, it's picture perfect, and also French Polynesia. And you can skydive in Maldives, and you can skydive over Bora Bora. And so those are the two biggest on my list right now, and I
So I've
should be able to knock them out.
been to all three. Actually, was just in Seychelles a few weeks ago. We have a new Save the Reef project there because we're planting coral reefs. The Seychelles, unfortunately, a lot of their coral reefs are really disastrous. Bora Bora, I love too. There's a reef project there called Coral Gardeners that we support. We're proud to donate to. And then Maldives, I literally was planning on going this summer, but they had a little breakout, so they clamped down on tourism. But I've been twice. I love all those countries. Those are good. I would choose the Seychelles out of those three, though. I
Okay.
stayed at Six Senses and Raffles. Both have surprisingly fantastic Wi-Fi. 900 miles off the coast of Africa, and you got great Wi-Fi, great food, and it's beautiful. So,
Yeah. So Tim, let me ask you this. So when you're booking hotels, how do you find out if they have good Wi-Fi?
it's tough. I mean, the good news is I've been to a lot of these places. So, like when I went back to Raffles, Seychelles this year, I knew that the Wi-Fi was solid. But for me, I'm researching. I'm like cross-referencing like 5 websites. Like I'm always researching, whether it's stocks or charities or travel. Researching is what I do. I'm basically just a nerd on my phone and my laptop all the time.
Love that. I think something that someone needs to create is hotelwifi.com, and it can be a feed and reviews of all the hotels' Wi-Fi. Because I'll book so many hotels. They say they have good Wi-Fi. Get there, and I can't even do a Zoom call. So it's like, oh my god, I got to move.
So I've thought about that. That was an idea. Booking.com is pretty good because you can literally search specifically for Wi-Fi. They have in the reviews, like they have that. And then TripAdvisor, you can do a keyword search for Wi-Fi or internet. But it's always tough. I've also just been going to a lot of Airbnbs lately, not even hotels, which is good and bad. It's going to get easier. Now Elon Musk has Starlink, so the future is looking bright for us.
Nice. I love that. So Tim, what's your, let me ask you this. What's your favorite credit card, and are you able to use that and leverage it for free travel, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve by chance?
I have that card. I mean, I'm not good at that. You need to teach me more about that stuff. I'm literally like, I have probably so many points in so many different cards, and I'm not optimized at all.
Okay, so quick tip right here. This is the best travel card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And then once you accumulate the points, the massive way to redeem them is by transferring them to the partners. So instead of using the points on the Chase portal or the Amex portal to actually move those points over to like Hyatt or American Airlines or Delta, and you can triple the value. So I was just in Greece, and it costed about 40,000 points to stay in a hotel valued at $1,200 a night. So when you look at 40,000 points, that's about $400 in value. Transferred it. So that's the major key in redeeming them.
I like it. I mean, I have that card. I was literally just looking for my wallet. I don't see it around me anywhere, but I have that same card. I have so many points. I get like these notifications. I just haven't even been able to go through them. So I'll use your little trick. Thank you for that.
Yeah, just stick with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and then remember, when you use your points, it's always best if you can transfer them to a partner, because you're going to triple your value.
That's cool. I'll check that out. I use this guy, Flight King. He does all my travel. So I usually just give him like my itinerary, and, you know, he helps me. For me, it's also about like just time savings. It's not even just about money savings. Like I wish I could clone myself. I know that cloning is banned by the UN, but I have hopes in the coming, you know, decades. Hopefully I can do more, because there's just so much more to do, and I'm missing out.
Yeah, I feel you. What was that guy's name? What, Flight
King. Yeah, follow
Flight
him on
King.
Instagram, Flight King. Gary, I'll introduce you. He's amazing. He does all my flights, you know, so many of my group trips too, because I got my charity, and so we're booking, you know, a ton of different people, and I can't do it. I lose my mind. I've got enough going on. You see me looking back and forth, like I'm looking at stocks. I got this whole message with my team going on. Like I'm always multitasking.
And I really appreciate your time to hop on this live. And, you know, something I've always admired about you is you're not only, you know, traveling and seeing the world and inspiring people to also do that, but you are giving back so much through charities. And so you're really an inspiration to me, inspiration to, you know, everyone I assume on this call, all my followers, things like that. So I want to thank you for doing that, inspiring people, for teaching people, and for your time on this call. And I'm really excited about this collaboration, because I really want people to, you know, not only be empowered on getting access to money, but having safe places where they can use that money to multiply, so they can ultimately, you know, create financial independence, so they can do what they want.
No, it's my pleasure. And, you know, I mean, fortunately, I've done very well in the stock market, so I've been rather well off for a while, but money for money's sake does not make you happy. Like, you got to put it to use, whether you want to travel, whether you want to give back, whether you want to travel and give back. I really am a big believer in collecting experiences over things. Once upon a time, I had, you know, a Lambo. I actually had 2 Lambos, a Ferrari, Rolls Royce, McLaren. I got rid of all that stuff. I don't need it anymore. I'm actually working on a new van build, which is pretty cool. So that's going to be like my mobile office. So you got to find what you enjoy in life, and it might not be what you think. It might not be as materialistic as, you know, most marketing is geared towards you. But frankly, I'm happier giving stuff away, and, you know, now spending most of my time teaching others. Like that's the inner happiness. And I get so many DMs, and, you know, I'm looking forward to talking with you more and trying to just help people based on what I've learned over 20 plus years. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of shady people. There's a lot of time wasting strategies. And, you know, you have one life, right? Like, we got to make this count. We got to maximize it. Go skydiving in Bora Bora in the Maldives. How many times have you been skydiving?
300.
Damn.
Yeah, and my favorite jumps were over the pyramids of Giza.
I saw that in your profile. I've done it twice. Got sinus infections both times because my Jewish nose can't take that. But did it in South Africa and did it in Interlaken. Interlaken was magical over like the Swiss mountains and everything. So.
Ooh, yeah, that's on the list.
I don't know. Now apparently, I mean, this was a while ago. Now you have like a helmet and everything. I didn't even have a helmet, so now maybe I can try and protect myself again. I don't know. Maybe we'll go together. That'll be interesting. You have like your whole license now, right?
Yeah, I got my C license. I got the full gear. Got the awesome GoPro that sticks out, and, you know, I got it all. So that'd be insane. Connecting on a jump.
We might have to go skydiving. What did I just start here?
I'm holding you to it too.
I'll do it. You know, I did it. I was like scared of heights, and it was a cool reset for me because I'm like looking out, and I was just like losing my shit. But it was good. It was a good rush, even though the sinus infection wasn't fun either
Yeah,
time.
what you got to do to bring it to the next level, instead of jumping out of a plane, you jump out of a hot air balloon or a helicopter because it's not moving, right? There's no wind coming from the side, so it gives you a more fun feeling, you could say,
I think it
more
was
so
just
like a roller
because like I
coaster.
was yelling at the top of my lungs, and so the air just went right through me and like dried out my whole like Jewish nasal passages and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Hey,
You teach me. I'll teach you about the market more. You teach me about skydiving.
perfect. I'll hold you to it, man.
Cool.
Well, cool, Tim. I really appreciate your time. I want to respect your time. Awesome to be connected on this call, and I look forward to getting your message, getting the program, all of your education into the network that I have on my side. So I want to appreciate you for everything, and we're really excited for everything moving forward.
No, for sure, man. I look forward to collaborating some more.
Awesome, Tim. Well, hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and look forward to talking soon.
Cheers, bro.
All right, Tim.
Thanks.
See you.